Hey friends, how you doing there? Welcome back to Babylon Talmud. Today we're studying Daf Yud Gimel, Daf 13 of Masechet Nedarim, friends. I think I'm recording the right Daf. I think today we're studying Daf 13 of Masechet Nedarim. Friends, now that I'm standing, does Babylon Talmud count as stand-up comedy, or is it not that funny? Well, probably not that funny. Oh my gosh. I was thinking earlier, probably that I've never done stand-up comedy, but maybe the key to stand-up comedy is you just gotta make yourself laugh. And as long as you can make yourself laugh at your jokes, then maybe other people will laugh too. But I guess if you can't make yourself laugh, so then what are the chances you can make other people laugh? I don't know. As I said, I've never done stand-up comedy, so I don't know if that's the trick or not. Alright, friends, we're going weiter on, alright. Dude, more Nedarim stuff, man. What do you want me to tell you? So first we're talking about, Be'atera, what was it called? The sugya that we did yesterday, right? Be'atera kamatbis or Be'isura kamatbis, right? With these different statuses of the korbanos stuff. Wow, this is crazy. I've done, okay. Feels like a million years ago that I prepared this, but it was I prepared it I don't know, maybe 2 days ago or yesterday, I can't remember, and then I reviewed it today, but now it's the afternoon and it feels like ages ago. Alright, we're going to start on Daf Yud Beis and Beis, about 5 lines from the bottom. Lema Ketanoi. So let's say that this shaila about, I love that I'm standing, I can really just move around and stuff, it makes it so much better. So, this shaila of Be'atera kamatbis or Be'isura or Be'atera kamatbis or Be'ikaro kamatbis. So we'll get back into it in a second. So let's say it's machlokas tanoim. Okay, as we see in a brayso. Hare ola ki bechor. Oh, so if we say that pizza is going to be upon me like a bechor. Now what's a bechor? Bechor is the firstborn animal that is given to the kohen to offer as a korban. So Rabbi Yaakov Oser, so Rabbi Yaakov says that it's taka os, okay, so you can't eat pizza. Rabbi Yehuda Matir, Rabbi Yehuda says no, you can eat pizza. Hey chidami, now what are we talking about? If we're talking about before throwing the blood on the mizbeach, so my time in the mandashari, then how could Rabbi Yehuda say that it's permitted? If it's prior to Zrikas Domim, so then it's still a korban, it's still asur. Nobody can get benefit from it. It's hektish. And if it's after the blood has been thrown on the mizbeach, my time in demand asur. So then why would you say it's forbidden? At that point, after Zrikas Domim, it's permitted. So why would Rabbi Yaakov say it's asur? Elalav dimochis b'sar bechor umochis b'sar de'eich gabe. So rather, it's talking about a place where you have meat of a bechor. Right, so it was already slaughtered, Zrikas Damim, everything, and now you have meat. And then you have some other meat right next to it. And he says that this other meat is going to be like the Bechor meat. So the shaila is, right, let's say it's a machlokas tanaim, right, the shaila is, so do we say that this other meat is like the Bechor right now, which it's slaughtered after Zrikas Damim, and it's Be'atera kamatbis, so it's permitted. And therefore, it's not, this other meat is not going to be asur. Or do we say be'ikaro kamatbis, that it's like it was when it was a bechor, when it was a korban before the Zrikas Damim, and therefore this other meat would be asur. So lo, we say no. D'chuli amal lifnei Zrikas Damim. No, this machlokas between Rabbi Yaakov and Rabbi Yehuda is before Zrikas Damim, before the blood. My time in demand shari. Well, if that's the case, then how come Rabbi Yehuda says that this other meat is permitted? Right? If you're saying that this other meat is like this bechor meat, and we're saying it's before Zrikas Dam, before they threw the blood on the mizbeach, so then shouldn't that definitely be asur? So, friends, you ready for this? This is a yesodistic inyan when it comes to Nedarim. Omar kra ki yidor ad she yidor bedavar another. Friends, we've seen this already a few times. I think we have, right? That the pasuk says ki yidor, it has to be something that is vowed, something that's also because of a vow, right? If you go up to a sheep, this sheep is mutter right now, it's just a regular sheep. But you say, sheep, I'm going to bring you as a korban. at that point it becomes hektish and it becomes aser. So something that becomes aser because of the vow la'afuke bechor, which would exclude a bechor, the davar aser who, because it's something that's right from the time that it's born. It's a bechor, it's a firstborn. It needs to be offered as a korban. So therefore, that's out of the question when it comes to Rabbi Yehuda would say it's out of the question when it comes to a vow. So if you say that pizza is going to be like a bechor, well, a bechor is not a davar another, it's a davar aser, and therefore it's going to be irrelevant. Umanda aser amakra. Now, according to Rabbi Yaakov, who says that the bechor is aser, well, then why would the bechor be right? Why would the bechor be shaykh to a neder? Isn't it something that's aser? So amakra la Hashem the rabbos davar aser. Then when the pasuk says right, kidur a neder la Hashem, so la Hashem is even to include a davar aser, something that is aser, such as a bechor. Uman deshari la Hashem mayavadle. So Rabbi Yehuda, who says that a bechor is not shaykh to Nedarim, so what does he do with La Hashem? So it teaches that a neder is shaykh even by chatos and in asham, right? That if you say that pizza is going to be forbidden to you like a chatos or like an asham, so then that would work as well. Even though you only bring a korban chatas, like if you sin or anything like that, and you didn't necessarily sin right now, but it would still work. How come Rabbi Yehuda would say that La Hashem comes to include chatas and asham by a neder to the exclusion of a bechor? Well, because I'll include in a neder chatas and asham, which you select. I can't think of the word. Which you basically make a neder to bring them. I really wish I would knew the proper word to explain that, so that I'm not, creating mazes over here. But the point is that what is the point? Oh, how do you bring a korban chatas? Delegate dagnabbit. Designate. Ha. Designate. So a chatas or an asham, you designate. Oof, what a word. Designate. I like that. So a chatas and an asham, you designate it as a chatas and an asham, right? So you go up to an animal, you say, hey, animal guy, you're going to be a chatas, you're going to be an asham. So that's kind of similar to like pizza. Hey, pizza, I'm not going to eat you anymore. So you're going to be aser. So therefore, it makes sense to include chatas and asham in nedarim, since those are also things that be'etzem go through the neder process when you separate them. And I'll exclude, says Rabbi Yehuda, the bechor, which already from the time that it's born, it's already a bechor and needs to be brought as a korban. Umanda asar. And according to Rabbi Yaakov, who says that a bechor is shaykh to nedarim, bechor nami matpiso benederu. So actually by bechor, you also designate it. What a word. Titania, as we learn in a brayso, Mishum Rabbi Amud, they said the name of Rabbi, V'nayin lenolad bechor b'soch beiso shemitzvah la'akdisho. How do you know that, even if you have, this animal is born as a bechor, you still need to set it aside? Shenemar, as the pasuk says, a hazocher takdish. That these zachar you make hektish. So even though it was born a bechor, you still designate it. And therefore, because of this designation, so it's shaykh to nedarim. Uman deshari, and Rabbi Yehuda would respond, kilo makdish le milo mikadish. But Rabbi Yehuda would respond and say, yeah, but you don't have to be makdish it. Even if you're not makdish it, it's still a bechor. What do you want me to tell you? That's what Rabbi Yehuda says. What do you want me to tell you? Ke'imro kedirim. The Mishnah had said that if you say that pizza is going to be like sheep that are going to be for kabbanis, or like the places where they store the sheep, Tana, imra le'imra ke'imra, dirim le'dirim kedirim, eitzim le'eitzim ka'eitzim, ishim le'ish ka'ishim. I wish I didn't mess that up. Mizbeach ka'mizbeach, heichal le'heichal ka'heichal, Yerushalayim le'Yerushalayim k'Yerushalayim. Kulan she'ochel lecha aser, lo-ochel lecha mutter. Woo! Okay. All of these lashonis, right? All of these things, right? If you say, for example, imra, li imra, ki imra, any of these things, you're basically saying that, pizza is going to be like a sheep. And therefore, so if you say kulan she'ochel lecha, if you say that if I eat pizza, right, pizza is going to be, right, my relationship with eating pizza is going to be like, I guess technically it would be like my relationship with eating any of your pizza, I guess. I don't know. It's going to be like a sheep that's going to be a korban, and any of these things, imra, limra, kimra. So, osir. So you can't eat the pizza. Lo ochal lecha mutter. But if you're saying that I won't eat it, well then mutter, because we're not talking about not eating. So machaminale delo shanile imra le imra ki imra. So who's the one who says that there's no difference between whether you say imra le imra ki imra? Reb Meir. It's Reb Meir. Because, right, we had explained in our Mishnah, on, right, this Mishnah, Daf Yudam and Beis, so we said it's Rabbi Yehuda who says that Dafka you have to say Ki Yerushalayim, but Yerushalayim alone would not work. And over here we're saying that, Imra alone would work, or Yerushalayim alone would work. So it must not be Rabbi Yehuda, it's Reb Meir. So Ema Seifa. But one second, but it says V'chulan lo ochal lecha mutter. But by all of them, it says V'chulan lo ochal lecha mutter. That if he says I'm not going to eat it, then it's mutter. But don't we learn in the Mishnah likorban lo ochel lecha, that if he says that it's a korban, I won't eat it. So Reb Meir oser. Reb Meir Taka says that it's oser, right? That Reb Meir says if it's a korban lo ochel lecha, I'm not going to eat it. So Reb Meir oser. And we're saying chulan lo ochel lecha mutter. But Reb Abba says Reb Abba naisik omer likorban yeh lefichach lo ochel lecha. And Reb Abba explains what does it mean that likorban lo ochel lecha. And we say it's, Reb Meir says also, it means that lekorban, we're going to treat it as a korban, and therefore lo ochel, therefore I'm not going to eat it, and that's why it's also lo kasha, it's no problem. The Omer lo leimra, or the Omer leimra. Well, it depends. If he says leimra lo ochel, that it's like a sheep that's going to be a korban, therefore I won't eat it, so yeah, it'll be also. But if he's just saying lo imra, that it's not a sheep, well, then it's going to be whatever. Then it gets into the whole double negative. It's not shaykh in that case. Alright, what do you want me to tell you? Friends, should we go weiter? Fine. Says the Mishnah, oh, that's something about standing. When you're standing, you gotta keep your balance. When you're sitting, you don't have to worry about balance so much. When you're standing, you have to balance is a whole thing. Okay. Says the Mishnah. Ha'omer, alright, a fellow says, what does he say? Korban ola mincha chatas toda shlamim shani ochelecha. Osir. Okay, so it says any of these korbanos. So korban ola mincha chatas toda shlamim. You name it. Osir. Rabbi Yehuda Mater, Rabbi Yehuda says it's taka mutter. Okay. Ha-korban, kik korban, she'ochel lecha osir. Okay. L'korban lo ochel lecha remeir osir. Okay, as we've seen. That if he says l'korban lo ochel lecha, it's a korban, therefore I don't eat it, so it's osir. Fine. Now, says the Gemara, Katane, korban ha-korban, kik korban, she'ochel lecha, that which I eat of you, osir. Okay, so stomach tanak Reb Meir. So it sounds like Reb Meir who says that whether it's korban, kik korban, lik korban, any ha-korban, all these things would make it osir. Okay, the loshani le bin imra le imra. Right? It makes no difference between whether it's imra, le imra, ki imra. Reb Meir, but if it's Reb Meir, hadikatani ha-korban she'ochel lecha osir. But it says, right, the Mishnah had said that ha-korban is osir. That ha-korban she'ochel lecha is osir. Ve'atanya. But don't we learn in a brisa, modem chacham le Rabbi Yehuda, that the chacham agree with Rabbi Yehuda, ba'omer ha-korban, ve'ha'ola, ve'amincha, ve'achatas, she'ochel lecha, she'mutter. But one second. Meaning, if we're saying that this Mishnah is Reb Meir, right? Because the Mishnah says ha-korban, kik korban, korban, right? And we're saying she'ochel lecha osir, so that sounds like it's Reb Meir. But it says ha-korban she'ochel lecha is osir beve'atanya. But we have another brisa that says modem chacham le Rabbi Yehuda, that the chachamim, i.e., including Reb Meir, agree with Rabbi Yehuda, but omer ha-korban that if you say ha-korban, v'ha'ola, v'ha'mincha, v'ha'chatos, she'ochelcha, she'muter. So on the one hand, we're saying that it's Reb Meir, and Reb Meir is saying that ha-korban is asur, ha-korban she'ochelcha is asur. Yeah, we have a brisa where Reb Meir seems to be saying that ha-korban she'ochelcha is muter. Because when you say ha-korban, you're not saying that it's like a korban, you're saying that it's like the life of this animal. So that wouldn't apply. So lo kasha, it's no problem. Hada omar ha-korban, v'hada kamar ha-korban. So it depends. If he says ha-korban, then it's like the life of the animal, it's irrelevant. But if you say ha-korban, then it's a korban, and it's going to be asur. My time achai korban ka omar. Okay, fine. So if it's ha-korban, so it's the life of the korban. Katone lekorban loochel lecha Reb Meir oser. But now 1 second, we're saying that la korban loochel lecha, and we're saying that Reb Meir says that it is aser. So now this gets into that whole double negative thing again, right? Right, because it says, what was it? Lo korban lo ochel lecha. Right, this is a kasha we've seen before. Gosh, lo korban is what? A korban is a korban, but the low korban, the opposite of a korban, is chulin. And lo ochelecha, I don't eat from you. So what I don't eat from you is chulin. What do I do eat from you is a korban. So, and we're saying that it's asur. But this whole thing only works based on the whole double negative thing. Right? So, la korban lo ochelecha, Reb Meir oser. So Reb Meir says it's asur, v'had leisle le Reb Meir, michalav atashemehin. Reb Meir doesn't hold of that whole inference thing. So Reb Abba, naisa komer, le korban yehei, no, so it says Rabbi Abba, we've seen it a few times already, I think, that what Meir is saying is lekorban yehei, we're saying it's a korban, and therefore lo ochelecha, I won't eat it, and therefore it is asur. Alright, sounds good to me. Ha'omer lachvero, if a fellow says to his friend, konam pi medaber imcha, okay, I'm making a vow that my mouth will not speak with you. Yodai ose imcha, that my hands will not do any melacha for you. Raglai ma'aleches imcha, I won't walk, my legs won't walk with you. Asur, okay. It is forbidden. Alright, so you won't be able to talk to the fellow or work with him, walk with him. Okay, say that. But we have a kasha, 1 second. That shvuis are more stringent than nedarim. Uve nedarim mi bashvuis. And in some ways, nedarim are more stringent than shvuis. Chomer b'nedarim. What's the stringency by a vow? Shanadarim cholin ala mitzvah kibirshus. That a vow can apply even to a mitzvah, right? So, for example, if you say that right, that the sukkah is also to like a korban, so a vow would apply even to a mitzvah. Mashen ken b'shvuis, which is not so by oaths. Oaths don't apply to mitzvahs. V'chom b'shvuis, and there are stringencies by shvuis. Shashvuis chalus adav v'sheish bo mamish v'shein bo mamish. That an oath can apply to something that is physical or not. Mashen came by nedarim, which is not the case by nedarim. Nedarim needs to be a physical object. Now over here, he's saying what? He's not going to talk to his friend. He's not going to do work, or he's not going to, walk. These aren't physical things, right? Your legs are physical, your mouth is physical, your hands are physical, but, talking isn't a physical thing. And yet we're saying that it's asur. So Rav Yehuda says, Rav Yehuda, be'omri asur pi lidiburai. No, it's talking about my mouth will be asur to speak. Yoda l'maisem, my hands won't do these activities. Ragla le'luchon, my legs won't walk. And so it's talking about physical things, legs, hands, mouths. So they can katani pi medaber imcha v'lo katani shani medaber imcha. Right? So it says Dafke goes out of his way to point out that he's saying my mouth won't speak with you, but he's not saying that I won't speak with you. He's saying my mouth won't speak with you. So we're getting physical over there. And therefore the vow applies. Well, friends, that was Daf Yud Gimel of Masechta Nedarim. We started the Daf. We continued trying to understand about Meikara Kamatpis or Be'etera Kamatpis, and we wanted to say maybe it was Machlokas Tanoim, but we waved that off. We learned an important thing about Ki Yidor Ad She Yidor B'Davar Another, right? An important yesod by Nedarim, that a neder needs to be by something that is made asur, not by something that was that is already asur. Okay, and then we got into other sort of things regarding to nedarim and korbanos. Then at the end we talked about making vows with things that are non-tangible. So, for example, speech. making a vow about speech wouldn't work, but making a vow, to say that your mouth won't speak to a certain fellow, well, that's a different story, and then that would apply. Friends, that was Daf Yud Gimel of Masechta Nedarim. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.